It's almost halftime. I want to get my video kind of started early. Ah, gamble. Almost pulled that one down. Oh, that was tough. Oh, that would have been a good catch. It was a good throw. I'm not gonna say nothing about Emory on that one. Even though he's played like Emory this game. It's like 26 seconds left in the first half. Looks like they're just gonna punt it away. Hey, Florida winning 10-9. That's what it is going into the half. Oh, UCF's coming. No. Don't block it. No fair catch. Oh, that's... Try to run. Oh, man. Let's see what UCF does right here. We'll get into the halftime. Talk about some things that I didn't care for, but you know what? This game has brought out some players that will give you some confidence going into next season. That looks pretty good. There's a couple defenders, defensive players that look good for Florida. Offensively, I don't really see much, especially the ones that are coming back. Or if I think UCF's just going to run this out with 19 seconds left. Yeah, they're just going to do a quick draw. 1 point game. So at the half, Florida 10, UCF 9. The weird, I don't know if it's controversial, but I don't know what UCF saw on that 2-point conversion when they, right after the touchdown. I get trying to get somebody to go off, maybe catch them off guard, but I thought it was a little early. Usually you try that, third quarter, second and third quarter, but I don't know. Gus Malzahn, that's the way he plays, though. So, all right. So let's go into this halftime. Emory Jones is about who he is. Inconsistent. Let me turn this down. They'll flag me for copyright or something. So, Emory Jones, 9 of 22. That's about his regular stats for 88 yards, a 4-yard average. He's just not playing very... he's made some good throws, but then he makes some terrible throws or terrible decisions. I think at the beginning of the game, he wanted... this is a tryout for him, for other teams to look at him. I think he was trying to stay in the pocket a bit too long, a little bit too much, to try to prove to teams that he can still throw. Listen, that's not his strong suit. He's a big guy. He can actually run the ball very well. And there's no knock against him. That's just what he does very well. Because as you saw, there was a 3rd and 18, and he got 20 yards because he used his legs. There's nothing wrong with that. Take what the defense gives you. So, Emory Jones, 9 of 22, 88 yards. He's got 8 carries for 66. That's his bread and butter. That's what he needs to do. I also said in my preview a couple days ago, Damian Pierce is probably going to have over 100 yards. Well, he's on pace. 10 carries, 52 yards. Keep feeding that beast. I don't know why, especially at the beginning of the game, they really didn't give it to him a whole lot. Give it to him. You just keep pounding it. That defense will soften up. Just keep running the ball. Malik Davis played well. 3 carries, 27 yards. So that's not bad. There was just some terrible plays. The 4th and 5, I did not mind them going for it because, as you saw on a 50-yard field goal try, our kickers are not very good. They're just not. By the way, Florida does have a kicker coming in named Trey Smack. He's actually supposed to be a really good kicker, and he's got a leg. So, I didn't get why the coaching staff went for it. Either do 2 things. Punt it or go for it. And you're already on the 40-yard line. Just go for it. You've already went for it on 4th and 5. 4th and 7 or 8, I believe it was. Just go for it. Nobody's going to knock you for this. Greg Knox, listen, he's actually done well. I'm not going to lie. Like that 4th and 5 call, it was a great play call. He did have Jacob Copeland wide open, but Emory Jones, that wasn't his read. It was a one read. He was going right to the 6th-year senior Rick Wells, and he was not expecting him to fall on his own feet. Got tripped up by the turf monster. Listen, Tampa Bay plays on that field all the time. I don't see him trip up like that. Rick Wells got to do better than that. I mean, a 6th-year senior, that's a big moment. And Florida is still up 10-9, and there's just been missed opportunities for the Gators, and it's just frustrating. I'm like, the defense has played well. Just a couple of big plays. I tell you what, that UCF O'Keefe, I believe I'm saying his name right. That dude, if he gets loose, he's gone. They need to maybe have a spy on him because I just don't believe that UCF quarterback's he ain't gonna take them to the promised land. He ain't gonna take them to a victory. UCF quarterback's 8 of 13 for 48 yards. That's pedestrian. I mean, and I get it's his 10th start, I believe they said. So I mean, I get that, but I tell you what, that Isaiah Bowser, he's just a bruiser running back. So if he gets inside the 5, they're just going to pound it with him. But the Ryan O'Keefe, he's only had 1 carry. It was a little flip switch. And listen, Gus Malzahn, that's him. He's going to incorporate these little trick plays, little gadget plays. You're going to see that in the second half as well. Florida knows that. So, but they've done a very good job. Listen, Florida is up 10-9. I was not really expecting them to really be up at the half because I thought it would take them a while to get going. And it kind of did, but you know what? For the most part, that defense played very well. That's what I was not expecting. Listen, if y'all are looking for some bright spots in this bowl game, and I want to see those young guys, the freshmen, the redshirt freshmen, come up, Tyron Hopper. That dude's going to be a name that's going to be for the Florida Gators for the next couple of years. That dude's all over the field. He's everywhere. He's the best defensive player on that field right now. I mean, listen, I get Kyrie Elam. He's going to be a first-round pick, and he's actually got the clamps down. I don't even know what it was early in the game, and they're testing Kyrie Elam's side. It's like, really? Like, y'all know how good this guy is. I just didn't get that. I was like, really? I got so. Let me see. Let me see who's commenting. Oh, wow. Let's see. Yo, pay. Campbell keeps dropping passes. I'm going in the comments of earlier. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what's up with Kamar Gamble. I don't know. I'm confused. EJ is bad, but so are the receivers. A-Dog 1, 2, 3. You are actually right. Yeah. You hit it right on the head. You're not lying. Well, you have a receiver. Actually, Emory Jones threw a great ball. And you have a receiver just trips. It's like my uncoordinated 2-year-old. Yeah, that's about how because my 2-year-old will just run and then he falls. That's about what Rick Wells looked like. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Let's see. Copeland sucks. He's not starting. No. Listen, I saw Copeland on the side too happy on that 4th and 5 play when he was wide open, and he was, but that just wasn't the read. That's just not how that was. 4th and 5. It was a one read. It was just thrown. There was there wasn't a scanning the field. That's just the way it was. You can tell that was pretty evident from the get go. It's like I look on the field and don't even know our players' names. I mean, and you're going to see that because going into next year, you want to see what these new guys are going to look like. And this Tyron Hopper, man, I like him. Holy cow, I like him. We should have somebody like Bowman returning kickoff and punts. Yeah, I don't mind Henderson though. Man, Henderson catches it. It's a natural. I like it whenever a receiver is back there because you really don't have to worry about him muffing a punt. Henderson just feels a catch, just flawless. I mean, it's just a natural catch. That's what I like. Copeland's great. If he gets targets, he's the best wide receiver out there. I don't know. I mean, I think Copeland's in his head right now. I don't know if you want to force feed him right now. I don't know. I just saw on the sideline what he looked like. He just didn't look too happy. And I was like, what happens when you get frustrated? You just start to get down on yourself and you really don't play very well. Copeland's not a bad player. I wasn't even expecting him to play. I don't think anybody was. I think it was like 30 minutes before the game. Then he decides to play. I don't know if he's still deciding to play. I don't know. Maybe there's something else up. Hopper is going to be a first-round pick when he becomes – dude, 352 Sports, man, dude. Hopper is hopping all over the field. I mean, holy cow. That dude is everywhere. And by the way, Brenton Cox on that 3rd down sack. I mean, you could tell it was right before that timeout Brenton Cox was ready. I just saw it. I was like, man, if y'all they time out, and I was like, man, I don't think Brenton Cox he doesn't care. It went right after him. Holy cow! Other guys get open. Copeland just being hit case tonight. Yeah, it's Copeland sucked because our quarterback sucks. Listen, I mean, Emory Jones. I've always called him this. Him and Bo Nix. I've always watched them. They're the two most inconsistent quarterbacks in college football. They just are. And, until Emory Jones figures out how maybe to get some confidence going, maybe to get some good, some short throws, him running can be effective because that will help him throwing. I know he's trying to prove that he can still throw the ball or, he's a great thrower. Well, that's not his best part of his game. His best part is his legs. And the other thing is he can actually run you over. I mean, he's actually a big guy. So, we'll see what he can do in the second half. But my thing is, nobody's talked about Del Rio or Kitna. Del Rio is the 4-star quarterback. He came out this past year, and so was Kitna was a 3-star. They got to be terrible or they're just not progressing if they're not even going to give him them a look over Emory Jones. But I don't know. Let's see. Hey, bro, how are you doing? Oh, SMU fan videos. Not bad. Not bad. Actually, I went and ate actually, I was watching the game, part of the game at a burger joint. I was eating a burger, and the family wanted to go out. We visited them, and I was watching the game while eating. I felt bad. People were wondering why I wasn't talking very much. I was kind of frustrated a little bit. So I like doing that when I'm so I don't act a fool. But listen, this bowl game for me, I'm not going to harp too much on Emory Jones because he's transferring right after this game. Copeland, he's transferring. So I want to see these young guys and what they got. And man, I'm already liking what I see out of the defense. Cox is coming back. You have that Tyron Harper looks good. Who was that number 22? He made a big play just a bit ago. I can't. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. But man, he looks good. Let's see what else we got. UCF going to take away the run second half. 2 or 3 picks coming. You know what? I wish I could say that's not true, but Emory Jones is is flirted with a couple interceptions. Man, and here's another. Yeah, and I get he was under duress, but he had Trent Whittemore wide open, and just missed him. And I get, like I said, he's got pressure coming in, but man, he overthrows him. It's like, gosh. But hey, it is what it is. We got to roll with what we got right now. So Florida needs some serious upgrades at the O-line. I'm not going to lie to you there. Now, I've heard that there's the guys that we got coming in for this next upcoming recruiting class are not bad. I heard, there's a couple of 4-stars and then a 3-star athlete. Now, Billy Napier brought him over from Louisiana. I heard they're supposed to be pretty good, so we will see on that. But let's see. I think Emory Jones gives Florida a run. Dynamic. They need AR-15 would be playing if he wasn't recovered. Yeah, I mean, if AR-15 was in this game, I think you would almost call it a wrap right now. UCF, their struggles. I mean, their quarterback. I guess you could call it equal right there because both quarterback plays are just not very good. And I got ridiculed for saying Emory Jones is one of the most inconsistent quarterbacks. I got made fun of that at the beginning of the year. And I'm like, listen, I've been around football my entire life. I know football. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm right. I just saw it. He's just not a very accurate quarterback. He gets down on himself. The confidence level is just not there. But this Mikey Keene for UCF, 8 of 13 for 48 yards. You're not looking at a passing game. I think what the Gators need to do, I get, and somebody said that UCF is going to clamp down on the running game. Maybe, but until they do, keep running that ball. Keep running it. Number 27, feed him. Feed him like what they call Zeke. Feed Zeke. Well, feed Pierce. Let him pierce through that defense. You keep running with Pierce. Pierce is a big body. He's a physical running back. You're gonna soften up that defense. That's just my opinion. I've never seen a defense start tackling better with a power back. Just never seen it. So if Pierce can keep going and just keep lowering his shoulder, that defense, those 2 3 yard runs are going to end up being 4 5, and then 5 to 6. It just happens. And I think with Emory Jones, listen, he may not want to do it, but right now, if he wants to win this game and prove to other teams that he can win and he doesn't get down himself, he needs to run. I mean, they just need to run the ball, even with him. So, damn, I guess the offense doesn't want to play today, Mr. Wiggs. I mean, they're trying. That's about what I could say. When I coached Little League, they're trying. That's all I can say. Give effort. I feel like the effort is there. They just can't capitalize on the opportunities. Gamble drops. Rick Wells, a sixth-year senior, should not be fumbling over his own feet. I'm sorry. He just should not. It's a big game. This is a big game. I mean, a sold-out Raymond James Stadium. I mean, this is a big game. There's a ton of UCF and a ton of Florida Gator fans there. Like, I get the moment's big, but as a sixth-year senior, man, you shouldn't be falling over your feet like that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd feed Pierce this half and run Jones on option. Do little hitch passes. Don't want to see Jones throw 3 picks. No. And I actually agree with that. Get Emory rolling out. Get him comfortable. Because if you get him rolling out, play action, bootlegs, he's got 2 options. He can throw it or run it. And don't give him anything that's about 20, 25 yards down the field. No. Give him little hitch routes. Give him out routes. Give him bounce routes. Whatever is possible. Maybe, if you want to get Copeland involved and get his head in the game, maybe get him a couple of catches, to get him going. Some confidence level for both. But Emory Jones needs that confidence boost. I thought he had it with that 20-yard run. It was 3rd and 18. I was like, okay, maybe that'll get him going. But man, I would have liked that Trent Whittemore touchdown. Man, I would have liked that touchdown. Wide open. Put Kitna in. I can't. Hey, listen, if he's anything like his dad played pro. I mean, everybody knows who John Kitna is, so, I mean, he's not bad. Or his dad wasn't bad. I don't know about Kitna. What I seen from him, from his high school tape, he looks like a beanpole, but he can move. he can move, but, he's not built like Emory Jones. Emory Jones is a guy. Kitna just looks like 170 pounds. We need to get Gamble grip boost. Man, and maybe need to switch his gloves or give him some stickum or something. Yeah, man, if Gamble can catch that ball, man, he's just a hoss to bring down. Oh man, I mean, what do you do on that nice that nice little pitch back or the throwback? They faked it all the way to the left, pitched it back to Gamble, and I mean, you could tell. I mean, he's hard to bring down. But, he caught that when he was wide open. Gamble made us lose 14 points in the first half. Boys, we get in coaching next year. Gators will roll. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not going to get, even if Florida ends up losing this game or whatever, I'm not going to be I'm not going to be pissed. I mean, I'll be like, oh, that sucks. Lost to UCF. Now I got to hear that. But, I want to see these guys that are going to be coming back next year and what are we looking at? How can they perform? I get it's a Gasparilla Bowl, but it's sold out. Raymond James Stadium. It's a big place. Tom Brady, the Buccaneers, the Super Bowl champions from last year play at this stadium. So, I mean, this is a big deal, especially for these guys, but it's a big deal because Billy Napier's there. He's watching these guys. He wants to see who he can rely on next year. And I guarantee you Tyron Hopper is one of the ones that's going to be he's got Billy Napier's attention. But who I respect in this game, and I don't know if anybody's talking about him, but Kyer Elam. Kyer Elam, man, I respect the hell out of him. And even Pierce. Now, those guys didn't have to play in this game. They could have opted out because Kyer Elam, everybody knows he's a projected first-round pick. But what's he doing right now? He's actually elevating himself because, it's a gamble for him. But it could pay off and it couldn't. But right now it's paying off because what's he doing? He's shutting down whoever's on him right now. Now, I get it's the UCF quarterback that's maybe not very good, but Elam's still holding down. He's got the clamps on, like somebody just wrote. I mean, he's got the clamps on him, and I think he's only going to elevate his draft stock right now because I think right now he's the 30th projected pick. Teams like it when you want to play football. And it's no knock like on Zachary Carter. He made a business decision, but for you playing in this game gets NFL teams' attention as well because they see you like, okay, well this guy wants to play. He's hungry to play. So this could actually be a very good thing for Kyer Elam. Knock on wood, as long as he stays healthy. So Elam is projected second. Is he? I thought he was earlier. I thought they said 30th overall. I mean, I could be wrong though. Hey man, don't quote me on that. My wife tells me all the time, just because I say something doesn't mean it's true. But I'll tell you mean quit. It's just a new day. It's a new day and ages. That's the way these guys, they want to protect, their moneymaker. Because Zachary Carter, I think Zachary Carter is a projected second day. I think he's second or third round. And he's still he'll make seven figures in the NFL, and he wants to, he wants to make sure his family is taken care of, so he doesn't want to get injured at a bowl game. And because if you get injured in this bowl game, if you're a second and third round pick, you're probably going to drop down to a fifth, sixth round pick. I've just seen it happen before. And that's why these guys opt out. It all started, I believe, even though I like the running back who's in the NFL, Christian McCaffrey started doing it. Or he did it at Stanford, and it's just been, people making business decisions. Yes, opt out. Do you mean quit? Maybe. Elam won't go first round. I don't know. Maybe it's just, some teams may look at Florida and they may see see Florida's background on cornerbacks and just haven't really panned out in the NFL. I don't know, because it gives you back like Hargraves. And then you have C.J. Henderson this past year. He got drafted by Jacksonville, who's my other team. I post videos about them. And C.J. Henderson was like what he was at Florida. He played at Jacksonville. He was lazy. It is a knock on him. I'm not going to say it is because he made me mad. Good reason, bad reason. Opting out is just quitting, just in my opinion. I get it, man. You make a commitment to the team, and I understand that one. I just understand the other part where the guys want to make sure, they're healthy when they get into the NFL so they can start right away, hopefully make big money. To me, it's like, put yourself in their shoes. Would you play? Kyer Elam is. So, he wants to play. He probably wants to boost his draft stock. Maybe coming in, I swore I thought I saw 30, the 30th overall. I think McShay or Kuiper, one of them, had him as a late first round pick. But, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to boost his stock where he's definitely getting the first round. Because that's where you see first rounders, you get more guaranteed money. And I believe you're on the hook. You're definitely on the hook for 4, then +1 by a team option +1. See why they do it 100%. Yeah, since there's almost zero chance of making the playoffs after 2 losses. Oh, and honestly, if a bowl game is meaningless, then any team who loses 2 games should have opt-outs, as the following games can be viewed meaningless as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Oh, that ball went out of bounds. So, oh goodness. 30 is borderline first, anyways. Yeah, that's what I've heard is, he's a late first, or he could go into the second. I don't know, but if he plays well in the second half, it gives him more tape to prove that he can be a first, first or second. I'm going to go ahead and guarantee you, he's going to make more money than me. I'll say that. I guarantee that he's going to make way more money than me. You might not be pissed, but I will be. UCF is not on our level. Should be 21-9 Gators. Now, I believe that. I'm Mr. Wiggs. Now, this is going to be my last one because I know the game's going. I know everybody's going to watch it. Yes, I agree. Florida should easily be up 21-9, but right now, that's not the way it is. Getting the second half started off. There's the bruiser Bowser. Oh, he's getting 15, 20, 25, and pushed out of bounds. Oh, goodness. Hopefully the defense don't soften up. Come on. You got to play better than that. He's not even your speedster, and you're giving up 30 yards to him. Oh, my goodness. All right, so I'm going to end this we're all going to get back to the game. I will be posting a video after the game. Just that great tackle, Brenton Cox. Thank you. So I will be posting a post-game analysis and just talk about how the game went. Hopefully Florida can pull it off, but we will see. 10-9. UCF's got the ball. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all back after the game.